Hey everyone, I'm back. I don't know if I'm going to attach this to the video I filmed before it or not. Obviously, I started crying. I guess at the end of the day, what's going on with me today is that I am fucking tired of grief, and I'm tired of hardship, and I'm tired of its lessons, and I don't want to learn anything else. I just want to be able to see my friends and my family and not have to try and fucking grow and develop during this, which is a totally natural urge. I don't think there is anything wrong with looking at hardship as an opportunity. Obviously, that's something I do all the time. It's gotten me through some really tough times, just really tough. Also, I'm so sick of trying to fucking capitalize on my own resilience. Life is hard enough without making myself feel bad for not being good enough at overcoming shit. I think I'm pretty good at it. I actually think I'm fairly good at it. The fact that I went through everything I've gone through and come out on the other side sane, relatively healthy, dealing with my various isms and syndromes and conditions really well. Sitting in this beautiful house that I own with my beautiful, amazing husband, who came to check on me as soon as I wasn't filming anymore, because he not only knows, like, me, but also he just knows how to be kind to people, which is just so important. I'm so grateful for my resilience. I am. I'm very grateful for it. I'm so grateful for my tendency to see a pile of shit and want to know where the horse is. Also, I'm fucking pissed that the world is set up in this way where if you don't have things, if you don't have resources, if you don't have generational wealth, you have generational fucking trauma, there's an expectation that you're just going to be able to, like, get through it, overcome. Oh, girl, you know, I've overcome a lot, and also I am tired. Also, I have, thank God, the resources right now to rest. And it's only my own mind that keeps telling me, you know, you need to make something, you need to be productive. How are you going to overcome this one? That's all internal, the argument. That I have to make something. I have to produce. It's this capitalistic vampire in my head that tells me that I need to make stuff. I need to be productive. I need to put out. If I don't have clients, I'm going to make content. If I don't make content, I'm going to clean the house. I'm going to do this or that. Paint the office. This isn't my office. This is my bedroom. I am in bed. But, like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired physically. I'm fatigued emotionally. For everyone in my generation, life has not been easy on us. Even if we were raised in a kind of abundance, emotionally, it's been very hard to be a millennial. Emotionally, it's been very hard to see all these market ups and downs, and to just, the world, it's a hard place to live in right now. It feels very cruel. It feels very uncaring. There's a lot of shit in the news that makes you wonder, what the fuck? But then also there's, like I said, there's individual people. There's individual people that make this shit worthwhile. If you see the camera moving, it's because the tripod is sitting on my legs. There's individual people that make this shit worthwhile, that just are bright spots and are amazing. And it's not because they're perfect. It's not because they're, you know, smart, even if they're smart. It's not because they're creative, even if they're creative. It's because they're them. They're amazing. Oh, I miss people so much. I'm gonna start crying again. Keep it together. Or cry. Keep it together or cry, whatever you want to do. There's no fucking wrong way to just deal with a crisis. There's no wrong way to be a person. I keep saying this shit, and then I don't believe it. I think what I'm trying to say is that this day is a hard one. And that is okay. Bye, everyone. So, here's the video that I shot before this one, the one that I started crying in the middle of. If you want to watch it, just keep going. It'll play next. Yeah, I don't think I have a moral to this video. Just trying to do what I feel like I can do every day. And sometimes, you know, shitty is good enough. Hey, everyone. I don't really know what I'm going to say today on this video, but I think I want to make a video about living in interesting times. That's a conversation I've been having with a lot of people, and, you know, that I've been seeing online, sort of on my channels, especially for people who are around my same age, or maybe even a little bit younger, the millennial generation. We've never not lived in interesting times, right? You know, like we kind of awakened into, a lot of us, you know, for us older millennials, awakened into adulthood with the 9/11 attacks, and then, you know, or childhood even, you know, there are millennials who remember that being something that happened to them as a small child. And then, you know, we have the recession, and we have college debt just like blooming like crazy, and you know, the second Gulf War that's gone on for, is it 20 years now? It'll be 20 years coming up, if it hasn't already been 20 years. And it can get you down, you know, make you really feel sad. Like, I feel tired. I feel physically tired right now because my insomnia has been acting up. I keep talking about it. It hasn't gotten better. I think, I've been trying different things. I think my next plan for the insomnia situation is just to accept that I seem to not fall asleep until 3:30 in the morning, and just stop trying to make myself. I keep getting in bed at like 10 and trying to like make it happen. I don't think that's actually a good plan of attack. Can I just say, I wish I would stop saying things like plan of attack. I don't want to fight my body, even if this is insomnia and it's bothering me and it's like making me, you know, obviously I'm not doing well. I've got a big old zit on my nose. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, 35. Zits. I have neck wrinkles and zits. Quit it. But no, for real. I don't want to be an adversary to my own body. It's the only one I've got, sadly. But anyway, I think my next strategy, my next tactic for the insomnia is just to accept that I fall asleep at 3:30 in the morning. And stop trying to, like, my back hurts from laying in bed trying to sleep. I have stuff I want to do. I should just get up and do it, and just accept that this is a weird situation. They're all weird situations. And then just let myself do what feels natural right now. I've been trying to do that during the day. That's why I've been sleeping in, to make up for all the sleep I'm losing, which is kind of working and kind of not. But I should just accept it 24 hours a day. I think that's part of what I want to talk about, living in interesting times, is that things are not, you know, real life situations, real life people, real life scenarios. They're not like Legos, you know, where you can just take off the bad bits and like take all the good bits. You know, I'm thinking back on my life, all the things that I have made it through, and all the things that I've experienced, and the lessons that I've learned over the years. And none of them were situations where I was like, oh, goody, now I'm going to learn about patience, tolerance, self-worth, self-esteem, hard work. All those lessons did not come easily. I was mad, and I was impatient, and I was self-righteous, and I was prideful, and I was suffering from a martyrdom complex, and all these fucking things that I've worked on. I was gonna say worked through, but the work doesn't stop. As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna be working on problems. I'm gonna be working on something. I'm gonna be finding solutions for something. You know, I'm gonna be learning new lessons. And I feel fatigue on top of my just regular tired. I feel fatigued from a life of just like, oh, wow, now I get to learn about what's really important. And if I look back and sort of like look at all the things I've gotten from that, you know, my parents grew up in a time of great prosperity for our country. And a lot of our parents did. And I think that sometimes prosperity can make it so you don't have to learn some of the things that you will have to learn when you don't have prosperity. What I know in my life, and something that I know and learned, I think fairly young, is that what is important is the people in our lives, the relationships that we have, the network that we build, the experiences that we have. It's not money. Money makes things easier. Money gives me options that I didn't have before. You know, owning a house gives me a tangible asset that I can leverage financially. It also gives me a stable place that I can call home, which isn't something I have had ever before in my life. It also gives me a lot of calm. I don't have to worry about some stuff because I have assets now. Also, the thing that I learned before any of this is that it's not the money that matters. It's not the property. It's not prestige or praise. It's not a promotion. It's not a title. It's not an office. It's not a thing or a car. It's the people. That's the most important thing in all of this. And I keep harping on it. I mean, every video I talk about how people are so important now. But I think that that's something that hardship has taught me that I maybe wouldn't have learned otherwise. You know, if I was able to just get a job out of, you know, my first job, if I was able to get my first job and like make enough money to live just like that, I wouldn't have learned how important people are in my life. I wouldn't have learned how essential it is to be able to rely on each other in hard times, emotionally and in other ways. You know, when I was a teenager, I lived in my best friend's parents' garage, and that was just so important, to be able to have shelter and to be able to have people that cared about me in my life. And if I could have just gone out and gotten my own apartment, I wouldn't have had that. I wouldn't have been put in a situation where I had to let people care for me and tell me that they believed in me and support me through a tough time. And that's the thing about tough times, is it doesn't matter how strong you are, physically, emotionally, whatever. A tough time, like a truly hard time, will bring you down to earth, will give you the sort of like chance, especially if you're the kind of person like me who likes to go inward. When I'm upset or when I'm worried, I like to sort of like batten down the hatches, just block it all out. But there are times that are hard enough that it will make you accept a hand up. And that is a blessing, because it teaches you to be humble and to see your humanity in a context of a greater world. Because it doesn't matter how good you are at something. That's not what saves you. It's the people that love you that will really save your life at the end of everything. Oh, am I going to publish this? I didn't plan on crying today. I never plan on crying. I don't know if I'm going to publish this. I miss people so much. It's one of the reasons I'm making these videos. It's just like, feels like I'm talking to someone, but I'm just talking to me. I think that's been a really hard thing for me during this whole quarantine. Is that I'm such a people person that I just miss everyone. I keep having dreams about going to like crowded restaurants and crowded theaters. And I'll wake up. It's such a silly thing. Okay, I'm just gonna stop this. I don't know if I'm gonna publish it. I don't know what I'm gonna do.